Not yet.
Yai lai. Yai lai 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 lai.
Slow.
Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai lai lai. Yai lai. Yai lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai lai lai. Yai lai lai.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
We're so happy to have it right here where Braden spent most of his time learning when it wasn't on Zoom. And we're just so excited that everyone could be here on this special day, on this special time. Braden, as you become a Bar Mitzvah, congratulations to the Danow family, for friends and relatives that have come near and far to join us on this special day. And obviously, it's a beautiful day. So we're very lucky. So our first prayer is going to be Ma Tovu. That reminds us no matter where we are, we can come together and pray as one. And that's on page 104.
You may not know this melody because I wrote it, but it's pretty simple. Ma tovu, ohalecha, ohalecha Yaakov. Ma tovu, ohalecha, ohalecha Yaakov. Mishkenotecha Yisrael, Mishkenotecha Yisrael, Mishkenotecha Yisrael, Mishkenotecha Yisrael. And what that means in English is this. Oh, how beautiful is this sacred place, filled with your glory. And oh, how beautiful is this sacred place, filled with your love.
So we're going to invite Braden to come on up with your parents, okay, Stacy and Brett, to join us on the bima as they present their son with his talit. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it around them. Now this is a very special talit. It was worn by Brett at his own bar mitzvah many, many, many years ago.
May 14th, 1988. Brady.
Pomona.
That's great. That's wonderful. All right, so let's get that around him. And let's put your arms in here like this. Perfect. All right, nice and loud.
As I wear my talit, it reminds me that, regardless of the direction I find myself, I am always in God's presence. The talit has 4 corners, which symbolize the 4 corners of the earth. There are 613 knots on the fringes to serve as a reminder that there are 613 commandments in the Torah. By wrapping myself in this talit, I seek God's warmth and security. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kadeshanu b'mitzvot tov v'tzivanu l'hit atef bat tzitzit.
Great. Give your mom and dad a big kiss. Okay, Stace here. Okay, Brett. Congratulations. Okay. Okay, you guys go. So let's join together in the singing of Shehechianu. It's on page 163 to honor this very special occasion.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'hegianu lazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'hegianu lazman hazeh. Amen.
So Braden, we have a beautiful gift to give to you that you've seen already. It has your Hebrew name, and it is Ephraim, and that is your Hebrew name. And it's a silver yard that you can use in your service today. And we hope you'll always remember your wizard's experience.
Thank you.
Well, you're getting better at hugs. Okay, here we go.
The Baruch prayer gets our whole body spiritually and physically ready as we bend and bow and join together as one congregation to pray.
Okay, please rise for the Baruch Hu.
Lie with us if you want. Yai la lie 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 lie. Yai la lie 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 lie. Yai lie 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 lie. Yai lie 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 lie. Yai la lie 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 lie. Yai lie 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 lie. Yai lie 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 lie. Yai la lie 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 lie. I'm gonna bend and bow. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamevorach. Baruch stay down. Adonai Hamevorach, Hamevorach, Leolam Va'ed. Hamevorach, Hamevorach, Leolam Va'ed. Please be seated. Okay, nice and slowly.
The word Shema means to listen or to hear. The Shema is the most important prayer in my service, and it states our belief in one God. It is also our declaration of being Jewish. I would like to invite my brother Mason up to join me in the singing of the Shema.
Okay, good job. Okay, put your arms around each other, okay?
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed.
We're going to do Listen Israel, so follow me. You guys stay there.
Listen, Israel, Adonai, our God is one. Listen, Israel, Adonai, our God is one. One more time, all together sing. Listen, Israel, Adonai, our God is one.
Good job. Big hugs for Mason. Okay, good job.
The Ve'ahavta is a prayer about love. It teaches that we should love God with all our heart, soul, and might. This means that we should also do the things we love with passion. For me, this means that when I am playing tennis, I should focus on my strokes and not thinking about some video games.
Here we go.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha belahol livavcha uvahol nafshecha uvahol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anahi mitztavham hayom al levavecha v'shinam tam levaneha v'dibar tabam v'shifteha beveteha ulefteha vadera ukshokbaha, uvkumeha, ukshark tamleot, ayadeha, veayula totafot, beneneha, uvtavtar, almizuzo beteha, uvi shareha.
Excellent.
I'm going to sing to you the Haftarah in English so you can understand
people
the
watching on
words
Zoom,
that
so it's
Braden has been taught that he just chanted for you. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart,
That's a smile every once in a
with
while.
all thy soul, and with all thy might. And all these words which I command you on this day shall be in thy heart, shall be in thy heart. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and thou shalt speak of them when thou sittest in thy house, when thou walkest by the way, or when thou liest down, or when thou risest up, or when thou risest up. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hands, and they shall be for frontlets between thine eyes. And thou shalt write them on the doorpost of thy house, and upon thy gates, and upon thy gates, that ye may remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God.
Good job. Okay.
The Avot V'Imahot is about our 7 matriarchs and patriarchs. They were so important that they were named individually because they each had their own special relationship with God. Just like them, we are all different and have our own special quality. When we are strong, when someone is kind. When we have courage, when someone cares for us. We feel close to God. We think it's God's special way of talking to us. Protector Abraham, Sarah's helper, please keep us all safe and help us too. Please rise as we pray together with respect on page 114.
Good job. Okay, here we go. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Velohei Avoteinu V'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Leah Elohei Rachel Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanora El Yom Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei Hakol V'Zoher Asei Avot V'Imahot Umevi Gula Livnei V'Neihem Leman Shemo B'Hava Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham V'Ezrat Sarah.
The Giverot prayer talks about strength, the strength of God to do miraculous things. This doesn't mean when I am playing an opponent in tennis that I can ask God to win it for me, but I can ask for the strength to hit their powerful serve back to them and win. When we say, God, you are the powerful, that you lift up those who fall and heal the sick, that you bring freedom and renew life, we make a promise to be strong, to bend down, to lift others up, to work for freedom, to begin again. Blessed are you, God, who gives and renews life. Please join us on page 115.
Okay, here we go.
Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai Mehaye hakol ata, Rav lehoshia, Mechakel hayim vechesed, Mehaye hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim verofeh holim, Umatir ashurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha bal gevurot, Umidol melach, Melech memid, Umechaye, Umatzmiya Yeshua, V'ne'emonat hayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mehaye hakol.
Please join us in a moment of peaceful reflection.
What's this?
Holy, holy, holy is the God of all being. The whole earth is filled with your glory. Please join on page 116.
Here we go.
Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzvaot, Melech haaretz kevodo.
Please be seated. We'd like to invite Braden'S dad to share a special poem to his son. Okay, it's right here. You can use that.
Braden, if there could be only one thing in life for us to teach you, we would teach you love. To respect others so that you may find respect in yourself. To learn the value of giving so that if there ever comes a time in your life that someone really needs, you will give. To act in a manner that you would wish to be treated, to be proud of yourself. To laugh and smile as much as you can in order to help bring joy into the world. To have faith in others, to be understanding, to stand tall in the world and learn to depend on yourself. To only take from the earth those things which you really need so that there will be enough for others. To not depend on money or material things for your happiness, but to learn to appreciate the people who love you, the simple beauty that God gave you, and to find peace and security within yourself. To you, Braden, we hope we have taught you all of these things, for they are love.
Nice going.
You weren't kidding, but.
Okay. Can I get ready for? Okay. We're going to invite Braden'S aunt and uncle, Scott and Brenda, to have the honor of opening our ark. So please rise for the Eitzheim, for the Ki Metzion, as we declare the greatness of our God and give honor to the Torah. It's on page 142. Okay, so turn around. So you're just going to take this out. Yeah, just the scarf. Just remove it, yeah. And you can just put it. Yeah. So you can lift it up. Here, lift it up, and you're going to give it to Braden. Just going to give it to Braden. Okay, so and you guys just stay right here. You guys stay right here. Okay. Come with me. Okay, hold it tight. Okay, you're gonna stay right here. We're not gonna move. We're staying over here. Ki Metzion Tetzei Torah. Ki Metzion Tetzei Torah. Udevar Adonai miYerushalayim. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah. Le'amo Yisrael B'kedushato.
ready to
Yes,
kiss on
so
Torah?
clap your hands. This is our little Torah parade to honor the
And you
Torah.
can lean into your friends
And you can lean in. We're going to go on one side first and we'll come by.
Adonai Eloheinu.
Clap your hands.
The heart coach. Lean in for them.
Turn their book.
Adonai Eloheinu. Ve'hishtachatu. The heart coach. Key, you got this. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Ramenu. Woohoo! Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Ramenu. Now lean into these people. Ramenu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'hishtachatu. The heart coach. Ramenu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'hishtachatu. The heart coach. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Ramenu. Yeah! Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Ramenu.
Good job. Okay, everyone can be seated. Thank you so much. Now give them a hug for coming out. So Braden is now going to deliver, I'll get it for you, his Devar Torah and give his interpretations of this week's Torah portion. And we found a special spot for it. Is this all of it? All right, let's make sure. Okay, make sure you have everything. Okay, take your time.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to my Bar Mitzvah. I am so glad that you all can join me, whether you are here in person or on Zoom. As I begin my Bar Mitzvah, I'm taking the responsibility as the son of the commandments to be an adult in the eyes of Judaism. My Torah portion, Miketz, comes from the book of Genesis, the first in the 5 books of Moses. The Torah portion is about how Joseph was favored as a child for being the son of Rachel, Jacob's favored, beloved wife. Since Jacob gave a special, multicolored coat to Joseph, the brothers were jealous and angry at him. They were so envious that they sold Joseph into slavery. When Joseph arrived in the land of Egypt, he was wrongly accused and put into jail. With this, all odds were against him. But Joseph used what he was good at, which were dream interpretations. And while in jail, he was appointed to interpret Pharaoh's dreams. Pharaoh had 2 great dreams. The first was about 7 starving cows and 7 healthy cows. And the 7 starving cows ate all 7 of the healthy cows. The next night, Pharaoh had another great dream of 7 healthy cornstalks bowing down to 7 measly cornstalks. With this knowledge of the 2 dreams, Joseph predicted that there would be 7 years of surplus food and 7 years of famine. With this information, he saved Egypt from a great starvation and became the prince of Egypt. Eventually, his brothers came to Egypt to meet with the prince in order to get food in this great famine. The brothers did not recognize that Joseph was in fact the prince, but Joseph recognized them. Joseph was kind and he forgave them for everything they did in his past, and he gave his brothers the food they needed to survive in the famine. I can relate to Joseph's story because he forgave his brothers in the end. Just like when me and my brother fight, no matter what the circumstances are, we always end up forgiving each other. Your sibling is your lifelong best friend. Having a bar mitzvah is not just about reading from the Torah or having a party. It's also about making your mark in the world. Over the past few years, pre-COVID, I was able to participate in a Better to Be service program. Once a month, we would go to different senior assisted living centers where we would sing songs, make craft projects together, and just get to know a new friend.
Slow.
Just last week, we had an opportunity to give back to the community at the men's shelter in Stanford. We served a delicious pre-Thanksgiving dinner and sang songs to cheer up all the homeless men. Each year, we also bring a bagel brunch and create an inspiring Easter morning breakfast for all those who need it the most. In honor to all those who perished in the Holocaust, I chose to participate in the Remember Us Holocaust Bar Mitzvah project. My Mitzvah Wizards class and I were given the opportunity to learn about children who perished in the Holocaust. I was given the child Boris Kogan. Boris was from Lumina, Ukraine, and was only 8 years old when he was killed. Because his life was cut short, he was unable to have a bar mitzvah of his own. Therefore, I am sharing this day with him in his memory. May Boris Kogan be remembered forever. I am so lucky to say that I'm able to be part of a nice Jewish community at Hebrew Wizards. With all my fellow students, we recently traveled to New York City, where we went on a scavenger hunt through Central Park. We ate lunch together, explored the MoMA Museum, and enjoyed a really cool chocolate dessert at Max Brenner's. It was a really great way to bond with my friends. As you see, being Jewish is not only about going to services and doing prayers, but is a whole community of bonding and making new friends. Having a bar mitzvah is not just a simple everyday task. It takes years of studying, learning the prayers, learning your Torah portion, and writing a speech. I am so glad to now become a bar mitzvah. I want to thank the team at Hebrew Wizards for helping me in this process. Shira, thank you for helping me learn my Torah portion and making this service sound... Shira, thank you for helping me learn my Torah portion and all my prayers. Thank you, Lizzie, for being a musician and making the service sound so beautiful. And to you, Rabbi Deb, thank you for creating Hebrew Wizards and letting me be a student at this great school. Thank you for also helping me understand my Torah portion. Thank you for assisting me with this speech and helping me bond and make new friends at Wizards. To all my friends, thanks for always being there when I needed you guys the most, and the support and friendship you guys continue to give me. Papa Steve and Grandma Susan, you are the best grandparents I can ask for, and thank you for always being there and doing everything with me. Mason, you are the best little brother I can ask for. Even though we fight from time to time, you are still my brother, and I will always love you. Thank you especially to my parents for making this all possible, planning my bar mitzvah, and helping me become the person I am today. You have always supported me whenever I needed it. I thank you so much, and I love you both from the bottom of my heart. I thank you everyone who tuned in on Zoom so they can be a part of this special milestone in my life. Now on to the Torah.
Okay, good job, everybody. Nice going. Okay, all right, now you can relax. That was one big good spot. Okay, nice going. Okay, I'm gonna put this away. Okay, thank you. We're going to invite Braden'S grandparents for the honor of the first Aliyah, the coming up to the Torah.
Yamod Harishon.
Okay, so I'll help you with this. You help them. Give them a hug and kiss. Give them a hug and kiss. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, here we go. Baruch Hu. Okay.
Yep. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaBarach. Baruch Adonai HaBarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Atah HaBarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
והאי מקץ שנתיים ימים ופרעה הולם והנה עומד על היאור והנה מן היאור עולות שבע פרות יפות מראה ובריאות בשר ותראנה באלוהו והנה שבע פרות אחרות עולות אחריהן מן היאור רעות מראה ודקות בשר ותאמרנה את הפרות על שפת היאור.
Good job. Baruch Atah.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher natan lanu Torat emet. V'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Good job, Mazel Tov. Okay, so give them a big hug and kiss.
I love you so much.
Okay, kol hakavod. Nice going.
Thank you for everything.
Okay. All right, watch your step. Okay. Thank you. We're now going to call up Braden'S parents, Stacy and Brett, for the next Aliyah coming up to the Torah.
Yamod Hasheni. That's it.
Okay, so you're going to do Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaBarach. Baruch Adonai HaBarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaBarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Good job. Okay, here we go.
V'tohana haparot, ra'ot, hamareh, v'dakot, habasar, 8, sheva, haparot, yafot, hamareh, v'dakot, habriot, v'yikatz paro, v'yishan, v'yhalom, shenit, v'ine, sheva, shibulim, olot, v'kanei ahad, briot v'tovot.
Okay, good job. All right, Baruch.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam natan b'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Good job. Okay, give your parents a kiss. Now you guys are going to stay up. Both are going to stay up. So the final portia for Braden is when he's called for the maftir portion. And Lizzie will introduce him with his Hebrew name.
Yamod habachur habar mitzvah Ephraim avi al hamaftir al haTorah.
Okay, so yep. Baruch Hu.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarav.
Baruch Adonai HaBarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim v'netan lanu et Torato. Baruch Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
V'ine sheva shibulim dakot yishufot katim tomsot ahrehen v'tivlana hashibulim hadakot 8 sheva hashibulim habriot v'hamleot v'yikatz paro v'ine holom.
Okay, here we go. Baruch atah Adonai.
Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'heyei olam natan b'tocheinu. Baruch Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. All right, give him a big hug and kiss. Reading from the Torah is very, very, very difficult. All right, Mason, we're going to call you up. Okay, remember you guys are going to stay up here for Song of Blessings. So, thank you, Braden. You're going to help me wrap the Torah, right? Let's put this, it's like a belt here. Wrap that up here. And let's get this part right here.
While we're wrapping our Torah, we're going to sing a prayer of healing, Mishabera, for the mind, body, and spirit of anyone that you can think of in your world or in the greater world at large.
Okay, so now it's right here, okay? Okay.
This is a
All
song.
right, you guys go in the middle and put your arms around each other. Why don't you go on the other side of Braden?
This is a song to fill your soul with peace. This is a hope for a world that's filled with gladness. May all your pain and sorrows be released. Mishaberach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Limotenu Mishaberach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Liavotenu. This is a dream for sisters and for brothers. This is a dream for people everywhere. There is a world where no one will go hungry, for there's enough for everyone to share. Mishaberach Avo Avotenu, Mikor HaBracha, Limotenu, Mishaberach, Imotenu, Mikor HaBracha, Avotenu. May these blessings fill your heart with love. Amen. Amen.
Beautiful. Okay. Give hugs to Braden.
Good job, honey.
Good job.
Okay. Good job. Good job. Guys, good job. Our next prayer is called Lador Vador. It means from generation to generation. And we ask for the grandparents to come and join us with Braden's intimate family. And they're going to pass the Torah from one person to another, and symbolizing that we learn from our family, from the grandparents down to the parents, and even to the siblings, okay? So you guys go all in a straight line like that. And Lizzie's gonna play a beautiful song. And it's a little heavy, so try your best not to drop it, because it's 40 days of fasting if you do, okay? All right?
We
Okay.
are gifts and we are blessings. We are history in the song. We are hope and we are healing. We are learning to be strong.
So now what you're gonna do is hold it up and then go right in the
We
middle.
are words,
Right here.
and we are
Now put your arms around each other, put your arms around each
stories. We are pictures of the past.
Braden, smile.
We are carriers of wisdom, not the first and not the last. Lador Vador, let's all sing it. Lador Vador, Nagid Gad Lecha. Lador Vador, we protect this chain from generation to generation. From generation to generation. Lador Vador, these lips will praise your name. These lips will praise your name. These lips will praise your name. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, you're gonna continue to hold this. So let's get it up here, and then you guys can sit down. Good job, everyone. So stay right there, Braden. We'd like to call Braden's aunt and uncle, Jamie and Josh, to bring the Torah back to the ark. No, you're holding this up, right? It's fine, okay? You're just gonna sit. And you're gonna, okay. So come and join us right here. So please rise for Eitz Chaim He as we bring the Torah back to the ark. All right, so you're gonna stand right here. Chaim He lamachazikim ba v'tomcheha meushar dirachecha darchei noam b'chol netivotecha shalom Hashivenu Adonai Elecha v'nashuva Chadesh Chadesh Yameinu Chadesh Yameinu Keked. All right, give it to her.
Torah a big kiss goodbye. Okay, and give your friends a kiss. Okay, you give the Torah a kiss. Okay, good. Okay, now you can take that and we'll wrap this. This is our makeshift. Okay, perfect. And you just wrap this. Perfect. Okay, thank you. Please be seated, everyone. All right, Braden. Let's hear it for Braden.
Yeah, great.
You did it. You recited your prayers perfectly, chanted from the Torah beautifully, and delivered your heartfelt interpretation of this week's Torah portion. You have made us everyone so proud today as you became and become a son of the commandments. Your portion, Miketz, comes from the first book of Moses, and you highlighted so perfectly the details, sharing with us the story of Joseph and how he achieved success to become the second in command in Egypt. Joseph did not just become Pharaoh's right-hand man, but he did so by achieving success despite being abandoned by his brothers and thrown in a pit. What is most interesting about Joseph is his ability to crawl out of despair and make a life for himself. He didn't dwell on the past nor hold hatred in his heart. He cleaned off the dirt, and he used his abilities to interpret dreams and to catapult him to the position of honor. We learn from Joseph that attitude is everything. It's the way that you look at life that matters the most. And Joseph's interpretation of Pharaoh's dreams actually saved Egypt and assisted the neighboring territories from a deep depression caused by 7 years of famine and drought. It was Joseph's clever interpretation that prepared Egypt for those desperate years. When Joseph's brothers showed up in search of food, it was Joseph that opened his arms and fed his brothers when he could have easily refused them. Joseph teaches us about love and forgiveness and brotherhood that forever bonded Jacob's 12 sons together, and later we learn that they were in fact the 12 tribes of Israel. Life isn't always perfect, and we don't know the hand that we will be dealt. But what we can control is the way that we look at life and the circumstances that faces us. How we approach our biggest challenges can likely define who we are as people. Braden, I'm so impressed by what you were able to accomplish in your disrupted years at Hebrew Wizards. As the pandemic hit, it did not detain you from learning and meeting on Zoom. Finally, we met in person and had the opportunity to really get to know the sweet Braden. It was great to see you chant from the Torah and, more importantly, deliver such a meaningful and thoughtful speech describing your Torah portion. I know how proud both of your parents are watching you reach this special milestone. And your brother Mason looks up to you, and it's wonderful to see how he will resume his studies at Hebrew Wizards and forge his own path, just like you did. Braden, always remember that no matter what the circumstances are, you can choose success by perseverance and determination, and I look forward to seeing all that you will one day become. Always work hard, don't give up, and follow your passion, and just think of all the possibilities. Mazel tov. So we're going to call up Braden's parents, Stacy and Brett. Okay, all right, here you go. Yep, that's it.
Hi, is this working? All right, well, before I begin, I just wanted to tell you, Braden, how amazing that was. I'm gonna cry. Okay. Thank you, Rabbi Deb. Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you, Shira, for preparing us for this amazing day and this beautiful ceremony. All right.
You can do this.
One morning back in the spring, you came strolling downstairs around 11 a.m. after a late night. I looked at you and said to myself, who are you? It was as if you grew 5 inches and transformed into a teenager overnight. During the last 13 years, I've watched you become this incredible young man with so much to offer. You have so many outstanding qualities, way too many to mention all of them. But here are just a few that I would like to share. You're kind, sweet, and compassionate. I don't think a day goes by when you don't tell me you love me. We all made fun of how sad you were when the family fish died. You even insisted that we have a formal funeral for him in our backyard. However, to me, this showed how caring and warm-hearted you truly are. Over the years, I've appreciated all the volunteer work you've done with Hebrew Wizards. I've seen you help out at senior citizen facilities and the homeless shelters, just to name a few. Each time you volunteer, you are so generous, really wanting to make an impact and bring a smile to someone's face. You are confident, funny, and just a natural performer. From when you were a child busting out Paradise City by Guns N' Roses, to putting on your famous magic shows, even hosting a game night when we were stuck inside during the pandemic, to just a few minutes ago when you blew us away with your Torah portion, you have always been able to put on quite the show. I still think about the Mary Poppins production back in 5th grade. You got up in front of a packed auditorium and performed a solo as if it was nothing. The crazy thing about it all is that we had no idea you even had such a big part. You hadn't told us anything about it. Just like today, you carry yourself with such grace as if you were born to entertain. You are determined and driven. Whether it's trying to sneak candy in your bedroom, regardless of the numerous times I tell you that food stays in the kitchen, or convincing me to buy yet another new app, you never give up. Somehow you always come up with a valid argument to support what you want to do. Even when you were a toddler, you would find a way to get over the child-proof gate at every doorway possible. Even though you could drive Daddy and I a little crazy when you set your mind to something, your relentless determination to get what you want is going to get you very far in life. You are a good friend. Just recently, I have watched you develop several new friendships while always keeping your old ones near. From the KTI days all the way up to now middle school camp, and of course, all our family friends, you have connected with so many people. Whether it's through your love of anime, video games, tennis, or just simply making someone laugh, you constantly attract others. You are a great grandson. Your relationship with Emma and Papa is so very unique and sincere. They would drop absolutely anything to hang with you. Although you were only able to spend the first few years of your life with Nana, she loved you dearly. She lived for you, and I believe she's here with us today in spirit. So very proud of you. You were a good brother. Boys will be boys. Despite a black eye or two over the years, you and Mason have a bond like no other. I remember vividly the day Mason arrived home from the hospital. As he slept soundly in his Moses basket, you looked at him as if to say, "What is that thing and why is he in my house?" Little did you know that he was going to be your lifelong best friend. Through thick and thin, you have always taken care of your little brother. Daddy and I had so much comfort this past summer knowing you were watching over Mason during his first time at Sleepaway Camp. I know Mason was just as happy to have you at Pine Forest with him. Lastly, you are an unbelievably amazing son for all these reasons and so much more. Never change who you are. Today is just the beginning of many accomplishments and successes you are going to have in your life. We look forward to celebrating each and every one of them with you, especially next week when we are surrounded in person with more of our friends and family as we continue the celebration. There are very few times in your life when you will have so many people you love and care about from so many parts of your life in one room. Next Friday will be one of them. Enjoy every second of it because it's going to be incredible. We love you so much, Braden. Mazel tov.
Mason, can we go up there too?
Brett, are you going to say anything?
Yep, at the party.
Okay.
I say, so Liz,
Well-
why don't you introduce it? Yeah.
Your parents have chosen this song, but after that speech, we might have to do this one. Which one? Take me down to Paradise City where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. I want you, please. Take me home. No, your parents chose this beautiful song.
So you
and
guys can put your arms around each
this
other.
is our wish for you, Braden. And it's been such a joy singing with you and making music with you for all these years at Hebrew Wizards. I hope the days pass easy and the moments pass slow. Each road takes you where you want to go. If you're faced with a choice that you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you. And if one door opens to another door closed, hope you keep on walking till you find a window. If it's cold outside, show the world the warmth of your smile. But more than anything, yeah, more than anything, our wish for you is that this life becomes all that you want it to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold while you're out there going where you're getting to. I hope you know that everyone loves you here and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is our wish. Yeah, this is our wish.
Beautiful. Okay, hug it out, guys. So sweet.
We always cry.
Ugh, it's hard not to. All right, you guys can go down, okay? So we have something special. It's called a Tree of Life ceremony. And we're going to invite some special cousins to come, and Braden's going to stand right over there, and we're going to lead you to this. So Mason's going to actually stand right there and hold all of them, and you're going to take a branch. No, turn around. You're going to take a branch when I call your name. You're going to first give Braden a hug, and then you're going to take a branch and put it into the Tree of Life, and it symbolizes the friendship and the love and the siblings and cousins all being together. So the first one we're going to invite is Savannah. And you can give him, yeah, right. You can put that in and then give him a hug. Yeah, perfect. And then we're going to call up Frankie. And Ryan. And Talia. And Nick. And last but not least, your brother Mason. Beautiful, beautiful. So we're gonna just put that, Stacey, will you grab that one? We'll just put that right down there. Okay, excellent. And there's a special blessing that Lizzie is gonna sing to you, and we're gonna look at her.
May you be blessed as you go on your way. May you be guided in peace. May you be blessed with health and joy. May this be your blessing. Amen. Let's all sing amen for Braden, because that means we agree. Amen. Amen. May this be your blessing. Amen. Amen.
There you go.
Amen. May this be your blessing. Amen.
So we're going to call Stace and Brett and Mason to come up. And we're going to do the oldest prayer in Jewish history. And they're going to wrap themselves in this talit. And it's called the Blessing of the Ancestors. And it fits them perfectly. Did a great job. May God bless you and keep you. May God's countenance shine upon you and be gracious upon you. May God grant you health, happiness, a lifetime of joy, and lots of love in your life. Amen. Good job, baby. Let's hear it. Okay, good job, Braden.
All right, Brett. Feeling good?
Good job, everyone. How's that feel? Does it feel good? Feels good, right?
It means so much more. When I see him in these strange places, and I'm just like.